There was this period in my life where I was working like 10 hours a day. I'd wake up, sit at my desk, and just be there all day. But if I'm being completely honest, maybe 2 of those hours were actually productive. The rest was just me pretending to work. And the crazy part is, I wasn't lazy. I genuinely wanted to get stuff done. I was sitting there. I was trying, but my brain just wasn't working with me. I'd start something, get distracted, start something else, check my phone, come back, lose focus again. It was exhausting. And one day I just stopped and thought, why is this so hard? Why do some people seem to just get into a flow state and crush their work while I'm over here struggling to focus for 20 minutes straight? That's when I realized peak performance isn't something you're born with. It's not talent, it's a system. And once I figured out that system, everything changed. So in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly how to reach peak performance in anything you do. Whether you're working, studying, training, building something, whatever, this applies to everything. Let's go. Alright, so first let's talk about what peak performance actually is, because I think most people have the wrong idea. Peak performance doesn't mean working 16-hour days. It doesn't mean being on all the time or never taking breaks. That's not sustainable. And honestly, that's just burnout waiting to happen. Peak performance means working in a state where your energy, your focus, and your mind are all aligned. You're not fighting yourself, you're not forcing it. You're just in the zone and things flow naturally. And the important part is it's not about perfection. You're not gonna hit peak performance every single second of every single day. But what you can do is build a system that gets you there consistently, where showing up and doing your best work becomes a normal, not rare. Most people never reach peak performance because they're waiting for the right mood, the right moment, the perfect conditions. But peak performance isn't something you wait for, it's something you create through the way you structure your day, manage your energy, and eliminate distractions. Once you understand that, I can confidently say, you will look at yourself differently. So let me tell you the 3 things that absolutely kill your ability to perform at your best. I know this because I've struggled with all 3, and once I fixed them, my whole life got easier. Number 1, no clarity. Most people wake up and have zero idea what they're actually supposed to do that day. They just sit down at their desk or open their laptop and hope productivity magically happens, and then they wonder why they wasted 3 hours scrolling or doing busy work that doesn't matter. You can't perform at your best if you don't even know what your best is supposed to look like. If you don't have a clear target, your brain is just gonna wander. Number 2, no energy management. People treat their energy like it's unlimited. They stay up late, skip meals, work for hours without breaks, try to multitask 5 things at once, and then they're shocked when they feel exhausted and can't focus. I used to do this all the time. I pushed through when I was tired, thinking I was being productive, but I wasn't. I was just running on empty and producing garbage work. You can't perform at your peak when you're running on fumes. Number 3, no system or routine. This is the biggest one. Most people rely completely on motivation. They only work when they feel inspired or excited, and motivation is the most unreliable thing in the world. It shows up when it wants to and disappears when you need it most. Peak performance doesn't come from motivation. It comes from having a system, a process that works even on the days when you don't feel like showing up. That's the difference between people who talk about doing things and people who actually do them. Alright, so how do you actually build this? Let's start with step 1. Get crystal clear on what you're doing. This is something I learned the hard way. I used to start my day with this vague idea of I need to be productive today. And guess what? That never worked, because be productive isn't a plan, it's just a wish. Now, every single morning, I spend 5 minutes planning my day, and I don't make some massive to-do list with 20 things on it. I pick 3 things, that's it. 3 things that if I finish them, the day is a win, and I make them specific. Not work on the business, but finish the outline for the new video or respond to client emails or research that topic for 30 minutes. Clear specific tasks that I can actually check off. When you know exactly what you're doing, your brain doesn't waste energy figuring it out, you just do it. It's like the difference between wandering around a city with no map versus following clear directions. One is exhausting, the other is easy. So here's what you do. Every morning, decide on the 3 most important things you need to finish that day. Write them down and focus on those before anything else. Everything else is just noise. Step 2, manage your energy, not your time. This is huge, and most people completely miss this. They think, I need to work for 8 hours today, so they just sit there for 8 hours whether their brain is working or not, and then they wonder why they feel drained but didn't actually accomplish anything. Your energy is not constant throughout the day. You have high energy windows and low energy windows, and if you try to do hard focus work during your low energy windows, it's going to take you twice as long and feel 10 times harder. For most people, the first few hours after waking up are peak energy hours. Your brain is fresh, your willpower is high, distractions haven't piled up yet. That's when you should do your hardest, most important work. And then later in the day, when your energy dips, that's when you do the easier stuff. Admin work, emails, organizing, planning, things that don't require deep focus. I used to do this backwards. I'd waste my morning on easy stuff and then try to do hard work at night when I was already tired and it sucked. Now I protect my morning like it's gold. That's when I do the work that actually matters. Also, and this is simple, but most people ignore it, take breaks. I'm serious. Every 60 to 90 minutes, stand up, walk around, stretch, get some water, look away from your screen. Your brain is not designed to focus for 5 hours straight. It needs recovery time. And the crazy part is when you take breaks, you actually get more done because your focus is sharper during the time you are working. You don't need more hours. You need more focus inside the hours you already have. Step 3, build repeatable systems. You know what separates people who reach peak performance from people who don't? Consistency. And consistency doesn't come from motivation, it comes from systems. Look at anyone who's successful at anything. Athletes, entrepreneurs, creators, students who actually get good grades. They all have routines. They don't just do things when they feel like it. They have a process and they follow it every single day. Take YouTubers, for example. The ones who grow aren't the ones who post randomly when they feel inspired. They're the ones who upload every single week, same day, same time. That's a system, and over time, that system compounds into massive growth. Same thing with athletes. They don't train when motivation hits. They train at the same time every day because that's the routine. Their body and brain adapt. It becomes automatic. That's what you need to do. Build a routine that supports your best work. For me, I have a morning routine now. I wake up, I don't touch my phone for the first 30 minutes, I drink water, I move a little, I plan my 3 tasks for the day, and by the time I sit down to actually work, my brain is ready. I'm not waiting to feel productive. I've triggered the state I need to be in. You can do this with anything. If you're studying, have a pre-study routine. Same time, same place, same process. If you're working out, same thing. Your brain will start associating that routine with focus, and it'll get easier every time. Small daily habits beat big random efforts every single time. You don't need to do something huge once. You need to do something small every day. That's how peak performance becomes your default. Step 4, remove the noise. Distractions are the enemy of peak performance. And I'm not even talking about big, obvious distractions. I'm talking about the small ones you don't even notice. Your phone buzzes, you glance at it, that's 5 seconds, right? But now your brain is thinking about that notification and it takes another 3 to 5 minutes to get back into deep focus. You just lost 5 minutes from a 5-second distraction. Multiply that by 10 times a day and you've lost almost an hour of real work without even realizing it. I used to keep my phone next to me while I worked. Worst decision ever. Now it's in another room or very far from me where I can't easily reach, and on Do Not Disturb, I check it during breaks. That's it. And when I'm working, I close everything I don't need. No social media, no YouTube, no random tabs, just what I'm working on. That's it. Your environment matters more than you think. If you're trying to focus in a noisy room with a million things happening around you, your brain is fighting an uphill battle. Find a quiet space, put on headphones if you need to, close the apps you don't need, turn off notifications, create an environment where focus is the default, not the exception, because the less noise you have, the more your brain can actually do the work it's supposed to do. Alright, let's bring this full circle. Remember at the start when I said I used to sit at my desk for 10 hours but only get 2 hours of real work done? That doesn't happen anymore. Not because I'm working harder, but because I'm working smarter. Peak performance isn't about being perfect. It's about building small habits, protecting your energy, and creating systems that support your best work. Get clear on what you're doing every single day. Manage your energy, not just your time. Build routines that you can repeat no matter how you feel, and remove the distractions that are stealing your focus. That's the whole system. And once you have it, peak performance isn't this rare thing that only happens when everything aligns perfectly. It's just what you do. It's normal. Anyone can reach peak performance. You don't need special talent or crazy discipline. You just need the right system. And before you go, let me tell you, I put a lot of time and effort into these videos. So if you found this useful, please subscribe. It really helps us reach more people better just like you.